A lot of talk has taken place with Colin Kaepernick since he asked for his release with the San Francisco 49ers. He was going to be released. He asked for his release. He's making good money. They don't have really a star quarterback in San Francisco, even after Kaepernick's left. Now, the number of teams that be interested in Colin Kaepernick as a starter is pretty limited right now. So when people say he's being blackballed, as a starting quarterback, how many teams would really, truly have an opening for him? The Jets owner was one of the bigger donors to Donald Trump's campaign. He's not going to bring in Colin Kaepernick. The Cleveland Browns, I think, would be an interesting fit for them, but I think they're going to draft a quarterback, and then I think they're going to wonder, well, okay, do we have a system for Colin Kaepernick? And then we're going to try to have him mentor Mitch Trubisky. Then there's could you go in as a backup quarterback? Well, if you go in as a backup quarterback, then you're a backup in the starter's system. And there aren't many quarterbacks who are like Colin Kaepernick, so he'd have to fit into the starter's system if he got to play. Because you can't all of a sudden go, hey, we're going to revamp our offense for Colin Kaepernick if somebody got injured. It's not that easy. This is what I think Colin Kaepernick should do. Now we can really test the market. I think he should say, I'm going to go in and I'm going to play at a very low price. I'm going to make myself an absolute bargain. I'm going to make it so you have to bring me in. If you need me as a backup quarterback, you need a backup quarterback, I'm your guy. I will earn my next contract. Colin Kaepernick is at the same age as Michael Vick was when Michael Vick was released from prison. Now, I'm not comparing the two with the baggage they bring in other than the strategy and the age in which they are. Vick goes to Philadelphia. He got paid $1.6 million. He might have been third-string quarterback. Now, the second year, the team option was $5 million, and they picked it up. He proved he could play, and then he got $40 million in guarantee. This is what Colin Kaepernick needs to do. You got money. You're young enough. You could prove yourself in 1 or 2 years, and then maybe you get a bigger deal. You've proven yourself as a football player. Maybe an owner moves past, or the fan base moves past what happened with the anthem. And I didn't have a problem with what he did prior to a game. I understood what he was protesting, and it wasn't the flag or the military. I had a problem with the socks that depicted policemen as pigs, where he's talking about Cuba embracing Fidel Castro. I had a real problem with those things. But as far as him and his protest, I understood what he was saying. But if you go in and make yourself a bargain, I will tell you this, though. A person who was an NFL scout told me last night, Kaepernick does a lot of really nice things. He can't throw the football down the field. And I said, well, that's a broad statement. And this is a former NFL scout who said he cannot throw the 20-yard, that 15, 20, 25-yard pass. He can't. He does everything well. He doesn't throw the football well. He does other things really well. He said, so how do you build around a quarterback like that? You need a unique system and a unique coach who's willing to do that. I hope he gets the opportunity. And Cleveland would be a great place. But I think that there's mitigating factors that would probably prevent that. And part of that is to create a system for Colin Kaepernick and then try to have a young quarterback in that system. And Mitch Trubisky or Deshaun Watson, whoever it's going to be. Deshaun Watson might be a little bit more of a smoother transition than Mitch Trubisky. But I hope Kaepernick gets his place, a chance to play. I don't think he's being blackballed. You're running a business. Every owner runs an individual business. I don't want you for my business. If I can get you at a bargain, then I can say to my fan base, let's just give him a chance to see what we have here. Because now it's a bargain, and if you prove you can play, as Michael Vick did, all of a sudden, the protest thinned out. But I don't want Colin Kaepernick at $9 or $10 million as a backup quarterback. But if I can get him at $3 million, he wants to go in and say, look, I'm right here to prove myself. Great. I'm all for that.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.